Every step of the way, I was a bit nervous before, the IVF took place and before the surrogacy took place.
So when it comes to surrogacy, is that something that you planned or was it a spontaneous decision?
It wasn't really spontaneous. I had heard about it.
Yeah.
And some people had told me that, okay, if you're single and you don't know when you will be married, why don't you think about surrogacy? And there is an option. But it wasn't something that I really understood really well.
Yeah.
And the paternal instincts were growing day by day.
Okay.
So I was getting a little nervous as to what will I do, if I don't get married till I'm 50, then I can't have children at 50 or 60,
Right.
It doesn't make sense. But then I met somebody who, by chance, that was totally spontaneous. I met Mr. Prakash Jha, he's a film director, and he's a single parent too. Obviously, his daughter's grown up. So he told me about this process, and he said that, just think about it. And he knew a family that had gone into it, a single mom who had a child of her own through surrogacy. So I was quite excited that, okay, there is another world there that, thinks differently, and there is a way out, even though you're in India, which people think is very conservative and it's very difficult to do it here. I had lots of preconceived notions.
So, were you quite nervous just before, things happened, or did you kind of...
Yeah, like in the case of even married couples, it is a 9 month process.
Yes. Yeah.
So every step of the way, I was a bit nervous before, the IVF took place and before the surrogacy took place. There are stages. The doctor, obviously, she handheld me through all those stages, and it was very simple because I'm a guy. I guess it was very simple for me, but it was a little bit frightening. Obviously, the idea that such a big responsibility is going to come. I'll have to announce the child into the world. It's going to be probably the first of its kind as far as single dads in the movie business is concerned.
Yeah.
And lots of thoughts, lots of ifs and buts in my head. But I guess when you're sure, you're sure. It is always going to be a little bit unnerving, but that's important. It's important for it to lead to some sort of positive nervous energy, and eventually it all worked out.
Now, when it comes to single parents, a support system becomes really important. So, who is part of your support system and how much do you rely on them to take care of Laksh?
Maybe if I was a much younger parent, a much younger single parent, I would have done that. I would have probably depended on my parents to take care, or my sister to take care of my son. But I think becoming a father at 39 is probably the right age. It was the right age for me. So I won't call anybody else really my support system. I'm with him most of the time. Even if I'm shooting, I don't believe in this whole logic of support system that, oh, you're not really single if you have parents and if you have an extended family. That's what even couples have, but at the end of the day, they are the parents, and whether it's the mother who's the hands-on parent or the father, someone has to take the responsibility. Someone's got to be the support system.
Yeah.
So like your work, like your, anything that you're passionate about, anything you love, anything that's a baby for you, whether it's your work or whether it's your child, you have to be your support system.